There's lots going on in America right now. The next new president, who is it gonna be? Who are you guys voting for? I know a lot of you guys are like, I don't want to reveal. I don't want to reveal. Let me know who you're voting for in the comment section below. I'm not American, so good luck. Let's get right into it. Let's not waste any time here. Number 10, in Tennessee, a person cannot legally hold an official public office position if they've ever been in a duel or aided and abetted in a duel in any way. I mean, this one's pretty serious. It is even cited to be listed in the Constitution. Well, what's more, that isn't even the punishment. This is also an offense punishable by law. However, the more permanent public punishment is that you can never hold a position of power. What I want to know is how this law interacts with modern times. What if you challenge someone to a meme war? Is that a modern day duel? Can you not become the next president of the United States of America? Is this like all crimes? What if you jaywalked, you got a ticket? Can you be President Trump? Has he ever jaywalked? Number 9, in Colorado you can legally modify the weather with a permit. Okay, is this real life right now?
I summon the full power of the storm!
Okay, so I'm like 30 years old and I'm just finding out now that it is possible to modify the weather, let alone if it's legal or illegal to do. It's actually legal in some states to modify the weather, but illegal in Colorado unless you have a permit. I wonder how much it is to get a permit to like never let it rain ever again. Why would anyone want to modify the weather? Well, ski resorts commonly play God to provide their customers with fresh powder on the slopes. The science behind it is actually pretty cool though. Private companies are hired by Colorado ski resorts to burn silver iodide on the slope, which causes the clouds to precipitate and fill and ultimately release above the hills, creating fresh snow for the skiers. So when you wonder why it's so expensive to go skiing, well, you're paying for the snow, you're paying for the cloud above you. Up next, number 8, Florida laws. Well, where do I begin with that? Florida always outdoes itself for its own crazy headlines, but this one might be my new favorite. It is illegal for any bar, restaurant, or other venues where liquor is sold to partake in dwarf tossing contests. Yeah, dwarf tossing. I know what you guys are thinking. This is like a scene from Wolf of Wall Street. Well, apparently this trend caught on across the Sunshine State, caught the ears of legislators who decided to ban the activity and issue up to $1,000 in fine. I can't afford to partake in this. Well, this was actually outlawed in 1989, the year before I was born, so 31 years ago. And get this, someone actually tried to reverse the law in 2011, but they were unsuccessful. I don't know what is funnier, the fact that this is a real law or that someone tried to bring it back. Coming in hot on this list, in at number 7, in Idaho, cannibalism is strictly prohibited and punishable by law. Now this one freaks me out a bit. Why is Idaho the only state that has this law? Shouldn't this be a no-brainer in a first world country? The law states that cannibalism is punishable up to 14 years in prison. So if you eat somebody, you're going to jail. And then you gotta eat the crappy prison food. Well, unless a life-threatening situation occurs. So that means if it's for survival, so if you are out in a desert and you don't see any food, but your friend's looking mighty appetizing, you can take a bite out of him and not serve jail time. You can eat all of him if you are very hungry in a desert. Number 6. North Carolina brings you a strange law to this episode, especially in times like this. It is illegal to hold a business meeting while in costume, but by definition, a mask is also considered a costume, along with the hood or a full costume outfit. Well, you know what? I guess they don't have many Halloween parties in North Carolina because you guys are just boring. I want to hold the most important meeting in a clown costume. But beyond that, how are they doing business right now with the COVID-19 masks mandates? I mean, does that classify as like a costume? Can you not have a meeting with it? Do you have to like infect people with the virus potentially because you have to have that meeting with no mask on? Halfway there, number 5, a New Jersey law states it is a third-degree crime to wear a bulletproof vest while committing another crime. Like, if I'm committing a crime, I want to be protected. Well, the law itself states engaged in the commission of or an attempt to commit or flight after committing or attempting to commit murder, manslaughter, robbery, sexual assault, burglary, kidnapping, criminal escape, or assault. Well, here's the caveat to this law. It's a third-degree crime, but if you commit murder in the first degree, it gets bumped up to a second-degree charge on top of the murder charge. So basically just don't own a bulletproof vest or commit any crimes, and you'll just enjoy your time in New Jersey. Number 4, Wisconsin is widely known as the dairy capital of the US. They take this title very seriously. It is illegal for an establishment to serve margarine over butter unless otherwise explicitly asked by the customer. Violators for this can face a fine of $500, and it's insane, but they might even see up to 3 months in jail. Depending on the situation, reoffenders can face a $1,000 fine and up to a year in jail. Hey, what are you in here for? I murdered a guy. What are you in here for? Butter. Finally, number 3, a Virginia law states you are prohibited to kill any animals that is considered to be a nuisance except for raccoons. It gets better. This rule is for Sundays only. There's a small window after 1 p.m. and before sunset where you can kill any annoying creature. Why would anyone do that though? Well, except for raccoons. They can be killed until 2 a.m. on Sunday mornings. This is like, I don't understand this law. Like, is this real life right now? Is this a legitimate law? I can think of a lot of animals that are way more annoying than raccoons that should have been taken out. I mean, I don't want anyone to be hurting these guys on my watch. Number 2 on this list, we have Ohio. There is a law that states that no horse owner is allowed to have a male and female horse together near a public street or an alley. Well, why is this a law? Well, I guess horses like to get frisky when they're together, and doing so on a public street can put lives in danger. You can also get a DUI in Ohio if you're riding a horse drunk while it's carting a buggy. And finally, the moment we've all been waiting for, number 1. Washington actually has a law that states you may not kill Bigfoot or Sasquatch. If you even believe that there is a such creature out there, and you're lucky enough to capture it and you kill it, well, you could face fines of up to $500 and jail time of 1 year. I like how it's like you can get a year in jail and also a $500 fine. Like, why do I care about that $500? Why is that even a thing? 1 year, now that's pretty serious. Like, 500 being equivalent to a year doesn't make sense to me. Make it 1 year and like $30,000 in fines, because that way I'll for sure not kill the Sasquatch. Well, this comes from a 1984 law that protects the endangered species. So apparently Bigfoot is really endangered and we need to keep them alive. We gotta mate them, we gotta find the males and the females, put them together in the bushes. We gotta create little Bigfoots. I gotta sneeze. Why is Idaho? Okay. Too many okays. I am today.
Oh, today years old?
I'm today's years old. What the which causes the clouds above to precipitate. My belt's so dry, dude. Which causes the clouds above to precipitate. Which causes the Who the f***'s on our roof? Well, there you guys have it. Thank you so much for watching. I was your host, Landon Do Not Sing, and I'll see you guys next time.